Sanbonani guys, welcome back to yet another video, and we are speaking about the latest episode of Queendom. Now guys, I know most of you just really want to know, is umntwana uAndile dead? Yes indeed guys, unfortunately, yeah, he is gone. So let's get right into the episode. So the episode starts off with Uthintiwe. She's busy on the phone. Uyagobhoza Uthintiwe, she's busy telling a friend ukuthi phela mngani ngiselana emsebenzini. Hey phela bokunedina enkulu for umntwana uAndile because he's back. Ngathi mina ke anisize kitchen so that I can get some leftovers. Hayi ke mngani angazi mina ngokudla. As she's busy talking about the food and her still being at work, she's walking outside, guys. She sees the body. And then she's so surprised. She comes closer to the body. She realizes that uAndile. Then she starts screaming and she's like, Sizani, Sizani, Sizani. That's how the scene starts off, you guys. I'm just like, why should it be Uthintiwe who found him? But anyway, then guys, we see uKing Banzi, he's sleeping nomkakhe uKamahlangu. Kusho ukuthi it was Kamahlangu's day because she's sleeping with her mans. So while they're sleeping, then uBanzi, he's disturbed by a knock by the door and he's like, Ban loy. Dalukolo responds and he's like, Dalukolo wena wamans. Then uDalukolo atingena. King Banzi says to Dalukolo ngena. So Dalukolo angene, guys. And then abheke empedeni and he sees uKamahlangu sleeping in the arms of uBanzi. And then he just says Kamahlangu, like as if he's disappointed. Now, guys, we all know Kamahlangu and Dalukolo are soulmates. So yeah, I understand why he was a bit, he was a bit hurt to see uKamahlangu in the arms of uBanzi, even though he knows the situation. So he's looking at her, he's like, Kamahlangu, manje uBanzi umbhekile ukuthi ufunane ndoda ebusuku and awukhulumi. He looks at uDalukolo, he's like, yini Dalukolo, yini? Yo, Dalukolo goes on to say, when our manzi, nginphethelu like bad news. And Banzi looks at him and he's like, kwenzenjani? Dalukolo goes on to say, umntwana uAndile ushonile. Banzi's like, hayi man, usho ukuthini ukuthi ushonile? Because like it's a sudden thing. Yonke uDalukolo goes on to explain ukuthi unogada said ukuthi uThintiwe, she found umntwana uAndile lying on the ground as if he had fallen out of a window. You also uBanzi surprised. Everyone's surprised. uKamahlangu was surprised. So while uBanzi is trying to get out of bed, because he has gulela guys, he's struggling to get out of bed. uKamahlangu says, I think ngiyotshela uKhethiwe and uNtando about this news. So when she got there, when uKamahlangu she got to the room to tell uKhethiwe and uNtando, guys, they just played a scene where we could hear no sound. They did not put any sound. It was just pictures and emotions. And all we could see, like uNtando and uKhethiwe, they were just so surprised and they were in disbelief. Then we see them going out, like following uKamahlangu to see, like, is this thing true? So they run outside and they see indeed his body. Oh, guys. uKhethiwe and uBanzi, you can see shame uBanzi, guys. I kind of feel sorry for him because it's like uBanzi, he really regrets everything and now he really is going through it for his brother. Shame. You could see uKhethiwe and uBanzi, they looked like they were in disbelief. uNtando yena, she took this well. I don't even want to lie. She was so strong. She was even stronger than uKamahlangu. So uKhethiwe and uBanzi, their face, you can see they're in disbelief. Majority of the people are in disbelief except uMcebo. uMcebo has that look on his face, ukuthi ya ngimlayile. Ngithi he thought she was going to be king, ngimlayile. uMcebo is like, he has that look, and his mother's facial look, uMandlovu. She doesn't look worried as per se of this death, the sudden death. But you can see she seems concerned because I feel like she knows that uMcebo is responsible for everything that happened here. Hi guys. Then uKhethiwe, when like her mind is finally filling her in with Yaibo, this is her husband, She starts crying, starts running to the body. She's like, Bambulele, 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 futhi. Your guy is trying to hold indoda yakhe. Ntando is like, ma, like holding her mother back. Ukamahlangu and Untando are trying to hold Uketiwe back because there's blood there, you guys. Yo, Katie was crying, ukuthi ngakutshela ngikutshelile ukuthi ungamthembi, ngikutshelile ukuthi ungamthembi, bambulele futhi. Yo, guys, she was laying on his chest, crying ukuthi bambulele. Yo, guys, it was such a sad scene. Yo, I was just like, even these BET Queendom writers, they didn't even give uAndile no Ketiwe a chance. Do you understand that Uketiwe has to mourn this man all over again, guys? This is the love of her life, and just when she thought ukuthi things are gonna go back to what they were, because she had told Andile she chooses him. Now, oh guys, it was sad. So we see the police come in. And then uGuy wakhona uCaptain mega check umzimba. All he's just said is I, and then he started walking towards Uketiwe and Untando. When he's walking towards Uketiwe and Untando, Uketiwe is like, what happened here? Aksioni accident, like aksilona iphutha, like it's not a mistake. uCaptain athi awamanje like ngiyacela ukuthi sisene imimoya singene ngaphakathi so we can talk as a family. But once again, Pepisan. Then he walks off. As he's about to walk off, Mcebo comes to him. Mcebo's like, Captain, kancane nje bengicela ungitshela ukuthi wena mawucabanga ukuthi what happened lana, like what happened lana's. Obviously, he's trying to see what does Captain know. Then Captain goes on to say, manje wena mntwana, it's too early for us to tell what happened. Kodwa again, my condolences to you and the family. So while Captain is about to head off, he goes and sends his regards to the king. He tells him ukuthi Pepi say like, I'm sorry ukuthi sihlangene, like we are meeting again under these circumstances, because remember the previous time it was because of Umkhuseli. So as he's saying that, Ubanzi has no words, guys, he's traumatized. And as he has no words, we just see the camera moving to uAndile's body, and they are carrying uAndile's body out of the palace. Everyone is just standing outside. Uketiwe is crying there, guys. Just a sad scene. Then we see ngathi kusekuseni ke manje uThintiwe is having a conversation noBhoto, and she looks traumatized, guys. Like, I mean, it's justified for her to feel traumatized. So Bhoto yambuza, he's like, were you the first one ukuthi ubone umzimba, like, or were you the first one? Thintiwe ke avume athi yes, like I was the first one to see Andile dead. And then he goes over and he hugs her, and uThintiwe starts crying. Thintiwe goes on to say ukuthi angazi ukuthi abantu mebengitshela ukuthi like I must calm down. What do they mean? Because like I could be a possible suspect because I'm the first one who saw this body. uBhoto goes on to say ukuthi hayi ungayicabangi, like don't overthink this thing. I'm sure amaphoyisa they will get down to it. And then he goes on to say, kanti kwenzakalani there in the palace? First it was Umkhuseli, now it's uAndile. Kanti what's going on in this palace? Guys, while bekhuluma kanjalo, then kungena umuntu who's basically saying, Thintiwe bayacela, the authorities are asking for you because they need to take your statement outside. Then that's that. Then we see guys, eTsakane, uVincent uyavuka, he wakes up to people praying in his living room with uAunt Louisa. uAunt Louisa uphethe ama-prayer warriors, guys, bayathandaza laphayana. How uVincent amangala ukuthi yayibo kwenzakalani lana, like what's going on here? uAunt Louisa athi no, ngilethele, I've brought prayer warriors, phela lama prayer warriors ayathandaza. They helped me lesi sikhathi saGodfrey bangisizile, so ngibatshelile ukuthi baze ngibamemile ukuthi so that they can pray with you and help you. So she's uAunt Louisa, she's telling the prayer warriors asithandazeni kodwa it's fine, let me lead this one. Athatha izandla zikaVincent amthandazela athi uNkulunkulu naye ingane yakho hey nakushubile empilweni yengane yakho umsebenzi dololo abantwana dololo manje utholakele sekahambile once like the moment she said Tholakele's name uvincent was like no Luli, please don't add utholakele to your prayers. Utholakele uneyinkinga zakhe, she has enough problems, bengicela ukuthi ungam-add, she's not part of this problem. Louisa ambheka athi yey Utholakele, she is the source of the problems in your life. She remote controls you. Remote controller Utholakele. Bona manje like I'm defender, like you even defending her right now. Vincent then goes on to say ukuthi hayibo akunamuntu ongicontrolayo mina, no one is controlling me. uLouisa-ke, Aunt Louisa goes on to say ukuthi mina ngizokuthandazela, I curse and I deliver you from the claws of Tholakele in your life. Fire. Hayibo, I'm just looking at Aunt Louisa, the way she's so serious that time. Then Vincent goes on to say ukuthi lento yakhe ya fire ayisebenzi like him. Mama bengicela ukuthi ningiphumele niyothandazela umuntu who really needs these prayers, because right now I don't need the prayers. Those ladies ke babhekana ukuthi hayibo lona ungene amadimoni, he doesn't want prayers. When he can see ukuthi abafuni, he just gets up on his feet, he opens the door, he's like bengicela bomama bengicela ukuthi ningiphumele niyokwenza fire le ngaphandle. Then they leave. While they leave, Aunt Louisa's like Vincent, because she thinks she's helping. Then we see another scene where uCaptain is basically telling uBanzi, the people he was done questioning Uthintiwe. So while he was on his way out, the royal family was sitting on the table. So it was uBanzi, his two wives, and uNcebo. So uCaptain yabatshela ukuthi I'm going to need to question each and every one of you separately in order for us to get to the bottom of this. Kodwa wamanje bengicela ukubuza ukuthi when was the last time you guys saw uAndile alive? uBanzi goes on to say, we were having dinner the last time I saw my life, besine dinner, and then after we had dinner, everyone went to their rooms basically. uNcebo goes on to say, kodwa-ke mina, I was the first one to leave the dinner table. I went to bed. So while he's busy saying that, uKamahlangu was like, oh, when you were the first one to leave and go to sleep. Why ushiya le ndawo? Like, why are you leaving the pot out? Yokuthi wena nomntwana uAndile nilwile. And then uNcebo looks at her and he's like, silwile. Then uKamahlangu says, nilwile ninomntwana uAndile nilwile. Like, why are you leaving that information out? uMandlovu ke abheka uKamahlangu, and then she's like, what does that have to do with anything? uKamahlangu says, besilana sonke, we were here at the table and we saw ukuthi uNcebo was pissed basically when he left the table because he was fighting no Andine. Yo, manje, it's that, that to and fro, uKamahlangu no Mandlovu basically arguing over one another. uMandlovu basically trying to defend ukuthi, like, what are you trying to say? You're trying to say ukuthi uLokuzana uNcebo is responsible for all of this. uKapteni ke ayikhuze yonke leyo nto and then says, all right, bengicela ukuthi Shisimimoya, please calm down. And then he goes on to ask uNcebo, umntwana uNcebo, is there anything you want to add to what uNkosazana Mahlangu said? So he's basically asking, uCaptain is asking uNcebo, based on what uKamahlangu said, ukuthi wena you left and there was an argument, like, what do you have to say for yourself? What are you adding to that? uNcebo basically says, if niya accuser, yishoni directly, don't come ngama angle, yishoni ukuthi nithi yimi obulele umntwana uAndile. So uBanzi looks at uNcebo and is like, Mcebo, you'd like to say ukuthi Mcebo, like, calm down, like, why are you raising your voice? uNcebo's like, hi, cha baba, mina, all I said is that I went to bed after the argument and that's that. uCaptain goes on to say, ukuthi there's no one here who's accusing you, we're just asking you, did you fight no Andile. Umcebo goes on to say, yes, silwile vele, this, like we had an argument. And then he goes on to say, it's no secret that many of us, Lana, we were not happy with what was going on in Yesihlalo Sobukhosi. We were not happy with that. While he's busy talking that, while he's busy saying that Ubandi noKamahlangu, they are looking at Mcebo with disbelief, like, Mcebo, are you really saying all of this? Like Mcebo's going on ukuthi Tina, most of us here, we were not happy with what was going on, and sonke siyakwazi lokho. UKamahlangu goes on to say ukuthi hey bengicela ukuthi uzikhulumele wena uyi-one. Mcebo goes on to say kodwa-ke besingamfisela okubi, like we did not wish him any harm. UKamahlangu goes on to say ukuthi wena nobani did not wish u-Andile any harm. While she's saying that kungena uMandlovu against like, hayibo, why in me? Hey guys, like, yeah, it was like, yeah, because uMandlovu, as I'm saying, I feel like uMandlovu knows what she knows. She knows her son's capable of that, but she's defending her son out of she loves him. But uKamahlangu, you can see which she knows about did what he really did. So Captain intervenes again, and then he says he asks Mcebo to continue talking. Mcebo goes on to say ukuthi like bulala umuntu after an argument that doesn't match. I'm like, yes, it does match. People do actually get angry to a point of killing people after an argument. So I was basically saying, I like it was just an argument. How can I kill uAndile after an argument? It doesn't match. Why would I do that? Like, like let's not jump into conclusion being we must not jump into conclusion, please. Hayi-ke uMandlovu ayingene-ke athi yes, maybe lo muntu esikhuluma naye, maybe uzibulele. Angithi nina nithathe uhlanya that was in a cave somewhere, naletha lana, you brought ihlanya, lelo hlanya, he did not get checked by professionals, ukuthi bamcheck ukuthi uright engqondweni or something like that, nasilethela uhlanya nje. So now, like, what if he did kill himself? Ubanzi goes on to say ukuthi, like, why, ebe gula ngekhanda, makwenze njani? Hey, then Ubanji goes on to say, I see again, Lando, let's stop bickering, like let's stop arguing amongst one another. Let's wait for the authorities and let's allow the authorities to do their work. Banji goes on to say, Captain Bengela Ubuti, by today, in 24 hours, we need answers. We need answers of what happened to Mntwan uAndile. So I want a postpartum within 24 hours. So Captain says it's not going to be easy, but he's going to try his best. We also see a very interesting scene, guys, between UKamahlangu no Poto. UKamahlangu no Poto, they are having a private conversation about something we don't really know. But it seems like UKamahlangu, Upetise, she gave Upoto a purse or inwadi or something. But something like a book or something like that. Ipasele, basically. She gave him that and he was supposed to go and fish it, guys. So she's asking Nemo, would Ipasele, is there right? Is it still safe? Did you take it away and whatnot? And he says yes. I am thinking that it might be information against incriminating information against and I feel like she might be the one who's able to assist with this case. Because, yeah, there's no hope, guys. There's no hope. If there's nothing else that anyone has, I don't see Ebo getting arrested for this. Anyway, guys, then we see Captain coming back. He got a post-mortem report. Basically, he's saying the post-mortem report says it's one of the two. Either Ntwan uAndile, number one, he committed suicide, or number two, either it was an accident. Basically, he says that there's no evidence in uAndile's room suggesting ukuthi kunesandla semfene. There's only fingerprints emnyango bathroom, and those fingerprints are Kethiwe's fingerprints. So he goes on to say that the evidence they got from the post-mortem ivumalana, like it agrees with what uMandlovu said, that uAndile was not fine mentally. So basically, Captain is suggesting that this is strongly looking like a suicide type of thing. Untando walks in and she's like, Aibo, Babu Amarasoz, and like he'd never kill himself, like he'd never do that. Ukamahlangu agrees and then says, Ayibuyiqiniso lokho, like angeke akwenze lokho. Umcebo looks at them and he's like, Aibo, how do you guys know? Ntando's like, why would he kill himself? He was about to be made king. He was about to, be put as Salen Sobukosi. Like, why would he take his life at this point? Untando goes on to say, I want independent forensic investigation done. So meaning that angithi normally when the forensic that comes, it's normally government forensic that comes and do that. So she's saying she wants a private one that she can trust, that's going to do a proper job. But then says Aibo kusho ukuthi like iyasisola sonke ukuthi because like uCaptain yakutshela ukuthi this is suicide and you still saying ukuthi you want a forensic an independent forensic investigation done, which means iyasisola. And do you know ukuthi singakuthatha sisi ukuthi we can get you arrested, we can basically sue you for defamation of character. I'm just like, Ayabo, look at him, Ayabo. And Undando basically looks at him and she's like, do what you see fit, but all I know is that I hear what uCaptain is saying. I hear all the information he's saying. Odwa, I don't agree with that. And I want an independent forensic team to be tasked with this because my father did not kill himself. Yeah, guys, let's park it right there. This was such a interesting episode filled with so much emotions. Anyway, guys, tell me what you think of this latest episode. Please do make sure you like the video. Please do subscribe. It is absolutely for free of charge. And I'll see you guys on the next one.